It's raining hard and there's a beach party planned. 5 minutes to stage and you can't find the band. It's the middle of summer but you can't get tanned. And you say that's just the way life is.
Hello Ninglings, so I know I was supposed to make a video about Hogsmeade today, but not only do I not have the content that I wanted to include ready yet, but a lot of things have happened this week. Scott came to visit us from Michigan. We went to see a Black Flag concert. That was awesome, and my shoes are totally trashed from it. I swear these were white when we got there. I also ended up back on Jade's video about feminism, and the comments were so god-awful that I was and still am tempted to make a video about it. There's a script in the making for that. But then yesterday, something came in the mail that would change the topic of this video. If you don't already know, this is a replica of the Uruk-hai scimitar or sword from the Lord of the Rings series. As some of you know, orcs are one of the very few things that I seriously hardcore fangirl about. On the Tumblr page that I absolutely never use, Fuck Yeah Orcs is one of the less than 10 things I follow. And I'll explain some things about orcs that you may not know, and I'll use the Tolkien mythology since it's the first mention of orcs anywhere. Orcs aren't evil. They're rarely depicted as having any noble qualities, but that can be chalked up to the same reason that there are no female orcs anywhere in the series. Tolkien really doesn't go in depth on their culture, but he never explicitly states that they're evil either. In fact, there's evidence, in my opinion, that they aren't evil. Although the creation myth behind orcs was a matter of personal controversy for Tolkien, the generally accepted and most detailed story is that they were elves that had been kidnapped, tortured, and even bred by Morgoth, the deity of evil, since he couldn't create life but only alter it. This means that they're from the same stock as Legolas and have no genetic predisposition to evil, but are rather conditioned that way through cultural bastardization and torture. And if you take this somewhat popular interpretation of the Lord of the Rings as a metaphor for the Industrial Revolution in Britain, the orcs become exploited workers rather than a force of evil. They are also notably less aggressive when they aren't under the influence of a Valar or Maiar, such as Morgoth, Sauron, or Saruman. There are very few battles for orcs when they live in tribal communities, and even the fact that they're able to be cooperative enough to live under those tribal governments beckons to the fact that they aren't the chaotic evil alignment that D&D would suggest. Another question that can be brought up is the matter of immortality. Since Tolkien's elves have indefinite lifespans, would orcs have the same trait? We never see an orc die of old age. They always end up dying in battle. And we also never see anything about their birth dates, meaning that a Zog could be 1,000 years old. We just don't know. Tolkien's elves can never die of old age, and since orcs are their kin, I would say that it's safe to assume that they can't either. Now, the reason I was drawn to orcs in the first place is because I'm typically drawn to any character that is seen as a pariah within the context of its storyline. I love the Albed in Final Fantasy X as well. I don't do that on purpose, it just kind of happens that way. So what are your unconditional loves? Leave your answers in the comments below, as well as whatever you have to say about this video. Dylan, I will see you tomorrow.